Oh, how you all doing this evening? Vic, just want to check it with the TV, make sure it's all working and everything. Just got Vicky watching it on the telly, just to make sure everything's working all right. There we go. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. How you doing, Neil? How's things going, mate? Oh, can't believe it's a week tomorrow since the last flew again. It's flown by already, literally flown by. Tired tonight, long week. Yeah, know that feeling, mate. Know that feeling. Oh, tell you what, I was glad to finish at 5 o'clock. I was for 5 o'clock, say 5 o'clock. Glad to finish at 2 today. I'll tell you that. I was ready to finish today. Oh, just give it a couple of minutes, wait for sure people join, just see if there's anyone else that's going to join. I know it's a Friday, it's like prime time light, but we'll see. Yeah, it is, Neil. It's good to have a 2 p.m. finish for once on a Friday. I was owed some time back. Hi, Liz. How you doing? Just off for whiskey, be right back. All right, no problem. Hi, Charlie. How you doing, mate? Yeah, it's not going to be a long one tonight, guys. It's just going to be a short one. It's just a quick little few updates where we're up to and everything since the new year and that, and a couple of little announcements and stuff like that. So it's literally, yeah, I'm good, Charlie. I'm good. I say, let's speak to Neil then. Glad to finish work this week. It's been one of them weeks this week. Just glad to finish. Glad to finish. Looking forward to doing a bit of spotting tomorrow and that, and getting some more short stuff. But I'll go through all that shortly with you guys. But yeah, how's everyone else doing? If you all had a good week and looking forward to your weekends, and what have you got planned? Just getting the last of my gear together for tomorrow. Just amazing how much gear you have to take with you. And Simon and Liz will know that, how much gear you have to take with you. But I don't have a tent. I'm not as well off as them for a tent. I know, it mounts up, doesn't it, Liz? It really does mount up. You think, oh, I've got enough, and it's just, should we crowdfund your tent? Yeah, I'd love a tent. I'd love a nice big tent like Liz and Simon's got. Oh, yeah, it's one of them. You don't realise it until you start like doing it. You start accumulating all the gear up. You know, you think, oh, this'll do, that'll do, and then, oh, I need that. Oh, I need this. Never enough. Wait until summer when we need to. Yeah, true. Yeah, start taking the sun cream out. You know, at least you won't be wearing the woolly hats and the big puffer jackets and all that. You'll be in your shorts and t-shirts for summer, hopefully. But yeah, as you say, you just don't realise until you start doing it. It's like Liz and Simon know themselves. Obviously, their gear just mounts up out rapidly. Yeah, I know what you mean, Liz. I'm fed. Do you know what? I actually can't wait for the summer for the long nights to start catching some of the other aircraft that obviously you can't catch in the dark. I'm actually massively looking forward to that. And the early starts in the morning, catching like the 5, 6 o'clock landings and takeoffs. I can't wait for that, because I love that in summer last year. You know, getting like full 12-hour days in. They were brilliant last summer. But yeah, as you say, you don't realise until like myself and Neil vouch for that as well, vlogging side of it as well. It's like you start off with a few bits and you just get a bit more, and then it just massively thingies, ramps up how much gear you've got. I've got twice the amount of gear that I had when I first started. I thought I had it well enough for when I first started, but I've ended up like with twice the amount of gear now, and it is. Yeah, well, I do enjoy being on your own in the early mornings. Yeah. I say, yeah, it is. Getting them sunrise shots, especially like now we're back to normal. Excuse me. I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm trying not to sneeze live on stream. That's not a pretty sight people want to see. But yeah, getting them sunrise shots. Like obviously the 380 and obviously some of the earlier planes in the morning. You get some really good shots. Now I know last year, I remember Liz and Sam saying that I was the same with footage last year. When obviously it's nice when it's nice and sunny and bright. But it got to a point last summer when we were having them heat waves where you couldn't film the footage because it doesn't look the best. And I know yourself, you were saying last year that you were suffering with, and you give up at some points filming shorts and stuff like that because of the way the heat was and that, because it was just the heat haze was ridiculous off the aircraft. But yeah, exactly, Neil. Exactly. It's like you've got new gear recently. You've got that. You put in the chat what you've got. You've got that new little DJI camera, haven't you? And some other few little bits. Last time we're seeing you. So, that's what I mean. It just never stops. In the amount of gear, you could just carry on spending forever. You had unlimited resources. Yeah. Well, yeah, with the camera you've got, it's probably a lot better on video than it was on mine. But yeah, I couldn't remember it was with the videos or the photography where it was bad for you guys. But yeah, it was good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about having summers like that. Sat on South Side like that last summer was that just the days we had, the weather we had was just fantastic. The turnouts on South Side and that on, especially it was more of a turnout on South Side last year than it was at the RVP just because of the weather. I'm hoping it's going to be like that again this summer, to be honest with you, but hopefully get some new places in this year as well, because it'd be nice to film some new footage from other airports, should I say. So it'd be nice to do that. But right, so I'm going to crack on. I've got a few bits to run through. So as I mentioned, touched on it just, I am spotting tomorrow. I will be South Side probably from about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning till about 2:30. So if anyone's knocking about South Side, come and say hi. Come over, have a chat, say hi. I don't bite unless I've not been fed. And I'll always try to be fed, I promise. So there's that. Obviously, recently that we've just been on some trips. Well, me and Neil have just been on some trips. You've seen it. If you were following my socials last week, you would have seen that. The 4 flights that we did last evening. I can't speak now. Evening Wadders. Yeah, it's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. You enjoy your tea, mate. Tea comes first. Trust me. Tea comes first. But if you were watching my socials last week and that, you would have seen the evening gym. You would have seen the trips that me and Neil took last week. Now, do you know what? It was my first trip properly back in about, how long was it, love? About 8 months? About 7-8 months since I last travelled, which is an absolute eternity. But do you know what? It was a nice, relaxed one for once. We had a couple of hiccups along the way. Neil vouched for that. We had a couple of little hiccups along the way. It wasn't massive hiccups, not Scoot hiccups, put it that way. As much as I don't think he's chatting, but he's, Liz will justify to that. Liz will testify to that how much Simon loves seeing me suffer. Thanks, mate. Well, we didn't suffer this time. Not at the hands of EasyJet for once. And Scoot. We're hoping for Scoot hiccups. No, there's no Scoot hiccups. There is, all I'll say is, one of my flights, it was the flight from hell coming home. That's all I'll say. It was pure just get me off this plane. Now, Liz will know what I'm on about because obviously I spoke to them about it, the last flight and that. But yeah, you're going to enjoy that one because you're going to see me suffer. You're going to see me suffer, you know, just going to see me suffer. And I know how much certain people like to see me suffer. But yeah, it's, you know, it was a good day. We'll get the popcorn ready. Yeah, and do you know what? It was a good day. Neil will say that same. You know, we had time to kill between, you know, flights. So we went. You know, obviously you'll see if you've seen the socials, you'll see. You know, one of the flights involved us flying out of Liverpool, and we went into the city centre, had some lunch and everything, and that. And it was you know, it was nice to actually get out the airport for once instead of being in the airport and having that time to kill. And it was one of those ones. It was a long day. I'm having a trip down to LHR 17th and 18th of this month with my eldest lad stopping at the Renaissance. Nice, Wadders, nice. Yeah, you enjoyed that lunch, didn't you, Neil? That's nice, that Wadders. I need to get down to Heathrow. I'll sort that out with a certain couple of individuals. And yeah, do you know what? For a first time back doing a long day, it was a relaxed one. It wasn't hectic. There was nice gaps between the flights, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the obviously you're going to see the vlogs coming out. Oh, nice, Neil. Oh, you're off to Benny, aren't you? Off to Benidorm, aren't you, Neil? Good old Benny. Blackpool in the sun. Blackpool in the sun. That's what it is, isn't it? Good old Benny. But yeah, they'll be coming out, I think, off the top of my head, they'll start coming out from March because there's still the last one. I am, never been. I'd love to say I can't wait. Looking forward to seeing that one, Neil. Looking forward to seeing that one. Last time I went, Benny, was when I was a kid. I went with my mum and my dad and my grandma. It was the last holiday we actually had abroad as a family. And you know what? I loved it. As a kid, it's, you know, it's a holiday abroad, isn't it? It's holiday in the sun. But Benny's Benny. It is what it is. I know someone who used to go there twice a year, loved it. Cabaret singers, the works, and it's like, for me now as an adult, I don't know whether I could do Benny again. But yeah, exactly, Liz. All the people think about is the TV show. Once was enough. Yeah, and do you know what? The TV show pretty much does sort of personify Benidorm. You know, the old people in the mobility scooters, all the cafes and the bars and all that, all the English ones. And it is. And do you know what, Neil? Compared, you know, to Lanzarote, I know you do Lanzarote, and I know Liz is not a fan of Lanzarote. She absolutely, you know, I think detest is not too strong, or is not strong enough of a word of how much she loves Lanzarote. But I know you go to like Tenerife a lot, Neil, and stuff like that. But I think Benidorm will be good because it will be different. You'll see a different side of it, and yeah, I think you'll enjoy that, Neil. You'll enjoy. It's a culture, shall we say? It's a culture. It's culture. But never again. Come on, Liz. We know how much you love it, really. Now, don't hide it. Don't hide it. But you're not selling it to me. I've seen Sticky Vicky's show for the real. We'll just leave it. Oh, you did you, Wadders? Did you actually go and watch Sticky Vicky? Or I didn't tell Neil about that. I was leaving that as a surprise for him. Oh, Wadders. Oh, bloody hell. Sticky Vicky. Yes, she does exist, Neil. She does. And she has got a sister. Sorry, daughter. She has got a daughter, and her daughter's called Sexy Barbara. And she does exactly the same thing. And the only reason I know that is because my friend who used to go twice a year went and watched the both of them. And I'm leaving it at that. Also, I'll just say you'll never look at a ping pong ball the same way again. Yeah, I can't put it any more than that. Was it? Yeah, exactly, Neil. Wow. I think Wadders was mentally scarred. Oh yeah, they say sexy Barbara. Who needs OnlyFans? Yeah, exactly, Liz. Who needs OnlyFans when you've got Sticky Vixie and sexy Barbara and Benny Dome? You know, you're sorted for life. That's you done. And you know what? When I was talking to Neil about it last Saturday, I completely forgot about them. Thanks, Wadders. Oh, bloody hell. That's just, yeah, that's a whole lifestyle in itself right there. But, oh, yeah. Got to do that. Yeah, Benidorm Palace. Yeah, my mum and dad went there before they had me, type of thing. They went to a night out there. Benidorm Palace. They went there. They said it was a really good show. I don't know, but also I've been told Medieval Times. I think I mentioned that to you last Saturday. Medieval Times is. I remember doing that as a kid. Medieval Times. That was quite fun. You've all stood sat around there. It's bits like. Do you remember? The film with Jim Carrey in it. Oh, what's it called? And he had Dingy in it. Oh, for God's sake. The Cable Guy. And he went to that medieval thing with the chicken and all that. It's a bit like that, to be fair. If you've seen that film, you'll know what I'm on about. If you've not, give it a look. That's pretty much what it's like. Hey, Mark, how you doing, mate? Oh, I won't mention. I didn't know there was Creamy Claire. Oh, no. Waters, now come on, mate. Come on, Waters. Oh, dear. How you doing, Mark? Hope you're all right, mate. I really hope you've clicked the not suitable for kids. Yeah, Liz. Yeah, I have clicked the not suitable for kids box. I make sure that goes on it all the time. Because this really isn't suitable for kids. Well, it's cultural. Should we say it's culture? So, yeah, it's educational, not. But, yeah. But, yeah, so... Got this sidetracked there with the old Benny thing. But yeah, so I say we did the vlogs will be coming out. There's the last part of the ones that been out, the 3-part one that was out last time from the Air Europa, the next one that's due out this month, and then the next 4 then come out, and then it's whatever trips we take after that. I think I did send a potential trip over to Simon and Liz. They said they were going to have a look at it and get back to me. I don't know if you've had a chance to have a look at that yet, Liz. But what was it? I'm trying to think what the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was. Benidorm's completely burnt my head out now about that. Creamy Claire. That's ruined me. Absolutely ruined me. Oh yeah, that was it. Right, so... Oh, I haven't, to be honest. We'll get back. Yeah, no worries, Les, no worries. So in the way of, obviously, I stopped these lives just before Christmas. Now, I'll be honest with you, I was feeling a bit burnt out towards the end of the year. I had a lot go on for the first year. It was just a whirlwind, so we just decided to stop these. Obviously, the first one back was the live with Neil, which, you know, I'm glad you all enjoyed that. And, you know, I did the poll on Instagram and people want to see more of that. So I'm trying to plan more of them in for you guys. I know I keep saying a lot. Simon's probably going to punch me for that next time he sees me. But I was going to say then, yeah, so go try and get more special guests in some more vlogs this year for you guys. But also, I say I was feeling a bit burnt out towards the end of last year, so I had to stop the live. So we're going to restart doing the lives from every Friday from the beginning of March from now on. So we're just going to there's going to be another live just before the end of this month, and I'll go through that in a second with you. But yeah, we're going to start doing the lives every Friday, 7 p.m. from beginning of March onwards. I'll publish the dates and that, and I'll do the posts for you guys so you can make sure you can click the links and watch it. So the bit of big news we've got for you guys is the 2 bits of big news actually. So I don't know if you've been watching my socials. No, big shout out to Simon and Liz. They give me a shout out last week, beginning of the week on the live stream, to help us get to 2K, and we smashed it, guys. We smashed it. We hit the 2K mark. We're just under at the moment 2.1K now, and yeah, I do appreciate it, Liz. Liz, you and Simon, you're mega. I appreciate the help you give. You give me them shout outs, and it helps. And, I love working with you guys and being a moderator for Think Planes. Thank you very much for having me on board with you and asking me to help out. I appreciate it massively, and, just that little bit of an oomph got me over the finish line. And, sometimes you need that little bit of a helping hand. And I'll just say now, if you don't follow Think Planes, go over, drop them a subscribe and a follow. And they do some amazing work. The streams that they do are brilliant. The banter's brilliant. Listening to Liz and Simon, it's like listening to a married couple doing a live stream. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. Not in a bad way, but it is funny and it's brilliant. Yeah, exactly, Liz. And you're not in it just for you. You help everyone out, and I know that. And your Purriers are brilliant at what you do, and you just keep smashing it, and you're absolutely smashing it at the moment. But yeah, so we smashed the 2K mark. I say we're nearly at 2.1K now. Little bit of gutting news. I got in touch with YouTube. Obviously they're doing the monetization on the shorts. I never got the option to click into it after, setting it all up. Apparently my Google AdSense wasn't linked up, so I've linked all that up. I need to check whether it's been approved yet, but I was contacting YouTube to find out whether I was able to be, my shorts to be monetized, and they are telling me that I'm not able to be monetized on my shorts. So that's a little bit of a setback for us. But it's setbacks. It's a little kick, but we won't let it get us down, and we'll just keep pushing harder, and we'll get there. And we'll get the channel monetized. We'll get there with it. With the help of all yous. The amazing people that you are, and the amazing people that have subscribed so far. Truly blessed. Thank you very much, and it means the world to me. It really does. The fact of the, I'm a little fish in a big pond, should they say. And massive help from the guys who work behind the scenes with me, like Vicky and Mark and Amy and Sharon and Wadders and Keith and a couple of others I can't think off the top of my head at the moment. You're all brilliant. You're just all brilliant to help out. Don't stress. Yeah, I'm not stressing about it too much, Liz. I'm not. It was just I was looking for. It was just hopefully going to be like a little bit of extra revenue coming in, but it is what it is, and I'm not going to lose sleep over it. It's just, I sent Simon a picture the other day, and I sent it to Neil as well. The goals at YouTube have sent me to, it's hard, but I'm going to keep fighting and pushing on for it. But yeah, I appreciate everything everyone's done to help me. Neil, the help Neil's given me, and we're always constantly in contact, same as I'm in constant contact with Liz and Simon for help, and they take time out the day to help me, and I appreciate it. And I'll give back what I can. Not being the chat, but so actually read this comment from Wadders. But Think Planes is the best live stream from Manchester. Simon Lowe and Mac Aviation are great too. Yeah, I agree, Wadders. There's nothing forced with Liz and Simon. It is what it is, and what I mean. They're great people. I've met them a couple of times now, and I've been fortunate to know Liz quite a while, and I've known Simon a bit now, and you know, from obviously Liz doing the Airliners Live days, and the down to earth people. They're not in it for. There's no ulterior motive with Simon and Liz. It is what it is. It's what you see on the tin, and they give you the best stream possible. And they're not. I said they're not in it for themselves. They're in it, to bring a great stream to people who are watching. Have a bit of banter on them mornings. Countless times I'm sat in my van at work watching them and helping out, or got it on while I'm driving and listening to it, and it gets you through the day type of thing. So just as I say, keep up the great work, Liz and Sam. You're doing an epic job. But yeah, so I can't say more. I can't really say any more great about Liz and Simon. The same I say with Neil as well. Can't say any more niceties about Neil, because he's been there, he's helped me, he's been on a couple of trips with me now, and we've had a good laugh. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, and it is what it is. But it's when you get onto these, it's when you start doing this vlogging stuff, and it can be, a vlogger's world, filming these trips can be very, very lonely sometimes, because you're by yourself, say 90% of the time. You're by yourself traveling, and when you have someone travel with you, it's a luxury, because you can have a conversation with someone. Think planes, proper think planes in the house. But yeah, it can be a lonely world out there. So I know I want to clear this up, and a lot of people have made comments to me, and I'm recently, saying, "Oh, you live the life of Riley, you do. You're flying all these wonderful places. Hey, Clive, how you doing, mate? You're flying all these wonderful places, and you go on these, going on all these different aircraft. So it's amazing, and you must be having the time of your life." But it's very lonely. It can be very, very lonely. As much as it's exciting and enjoyable, it is a very, very lonely thing to do. So when you have the opportunity to travel with someone, you sort of snap at it, because it's nice to have that company and have that conversation. And yeah, that's with Neil, I've done a couple of trips now with Neil, and you know what, I say it has been a luxury to have someone with me to have a chat with while I've been traveling. So yeah, just to let you guys know out there that far from behind the scenes stuff I've done, it's all not about the jet set life. You got to think of the next. Yeah, you have, Liz. You're always thinking about, and you're always thinking about, right, what do I need to do next? What bit do I need to film? What bit do I need to say? And I probably get, in a 2-hour flight, which is probably one of my longest flights. Oh no, Lanzarote, Liz's favourite place. And you do, Neil, you do meet some amazing people in doing the vlogging world, and you make some good friends out of it. But when you like Lanzarote is a 4-hour flight, yeah, you do get a bit of downtime then. Long haul on Ryanair, was that? Yeah, it was, Mark. That's Ryanair's long haul. Pretty much. But yeah, and it's you get a bit of downtime on something like that. But then when you're doing like a 2-hour flight or an hour flight, or even prime example, flying where we flew over the weekend, as quick as you're up, you're down. So you never get a break. You're constantly filming, and you are thinking while you film, right, I filmed this, I've got to do this, you've got to do that. Right, have I done this, have I done that? And then you're thinking when you land, right, what have I got to do when I get land? So it never stops. It is busy. It is a busy, and I love it. To be fair, I thrive off it. I absolutely love it. It is, Mark. It's a 20-minute flight, and it's literally quick as you're up, you're leveled off, you're back down again, and that's it. And sometimes I keep saying to myself, yeah, and that's it, Wadders. You meet great people, you meet idiots. You're going to get that in all sorts of walks of life. But you know what? I've met more great people than I have idiots. And you know, I've made some great friends out of doing this, and you know, I know who Think Planes is. No, but and you do, and yeah, as I said, across the time, I have come across some absolute whoppers, and I'm putting that politely, some absolute whoppers. But you know, I've got some great friends outside of the aviation world that I spend time with, and I've got some great friends in the aviation world, and I love it. And I love the fact that I've got that. And you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world. I really wouldn't. You know, the people that I've met, the people I've got in my life now, I wouldn't change them all for the world. And Simon, I'll give you 50. I'll give you some money for being nice to me when you're always nice to me. And I'll give you a cuddle next time I see you. But so the other big announcement is that, you know, the TAS Fair is coming up on the 25th and 26th of February. All right, Mark, I'll give you a cuddle as well. I don't want anyone feeling left out. Man, love deeper on the inside. It is. I love you, Simon. You know that. 2 trips, no cuddle. Sorry, Neil. Vicky's giving me a look here. She's getting a worried look on her face. But one drunken Irishman, I believe. Shh, Mark, I told you not to discuss the drunken Irishman situation. Not even I get cuddles off Simon. Oh, Simon, give Liz a cuddle. Vicky, don't panic, I'm married. Mark says, don't panic, he's married. And she's all right with that, Mark. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so as I was saying, the TAS Fair, that went off topic quite quickly. The TAS Fair, 25th, 26th of February. So the big announcement is that for the very first time, we have got a table there. We have booked a table for both days. I will be there, obviously. Rude not to be, I've booked the table. We will also have Vicky there, and I think Sharon will be there as well to help out. Bloody hell. Needy Liz, you have a pillow to cuddle. Oh. But yeah, so I don't want to start a domestic between you two now. Come on. But yeah. So we've got a table at TAS Fair for both days. Since last July, this is what I have to put up with. Do you know what, Liz? I sort of feel sorry for you, I really do. But I love Simon, so I'm on the fence with that one. Yeah. So I was saying about TAS Fair, Charlie there saying he's saved up for the TAS Fair since last July. So you know probably what I'm going to say, the usual. So we've got. I'm going to do another live the Friday before the TAS Fair because I've got something. I'm going to have some exclusives at the TAS Fair, should I say, that I'm going to share with everyone 24 hours before the TAS Fair. So you'll get to see it, but you'll be able to acquire it, should we say, at the TAS Fair over the weekend. So you all know that I work with a couple of people in the way of promotion codes and some merchandise. So when the TAS Fair's on, we are going to obviously have my tag there. You'll be able to see and order the tags, the A380 tags, which you've seen them. I'm not going to bore you with showing you them again. They'll be there for you to have a look on display to order one up if you want to order one up. Aeroprints, another company that I work with who did a giveaway with me last year. They're sending me some samples out, some poster samples out for you to have a look at. If you want to order one of their posters while you're there, you can do. You'll order it through me with a promotion code on their website. Just use the promotion code. You can order it there and then. Excuse me. Or you can order it when you get home. I'll give you, the promo code so you can order it when you get home. There's no pressure to order it there and then. Also, I am going to have my other Wingscraft. So Wingscraft are also asking me to promote some other stuff for them while I'm there. So I'll have all that out on display. Obviously, I'll have my stuff to do with my YouTube channel there. We can just say come meet and greet. There's also going to be some new merch, and I say new merch available from the Tasfair. It's an exclusive Tasfair exclusive, which we're launching at a Tasfair basically. Fingers crossed it comes in time for the Tasfair, but we're launching a new piece of merch for the Tasfair. Also, we'll have the eBay shop side as well. So we'll have the stuff that we're selling on the eBay shop as well at the moment. So you'll be able to purchase some models and stuff like that. We'll have that there. But yeah, so it's a big thing for us. It's a big thing for the channel that we're going to have. Exactly, Liz, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm literally doing it to try and get more of a name out there for myself. And, you know, I'll have my vlogs running on a telly there so people can see what I do and what I'm all about. I think we're in the process of getting a banner source to go across the front of the table with all the social links on it and everything like that. It's going to be a next stressful next 4 weeks, so that's why we've said we're not going to start lives till March after the Tasfair. But I will do a live the night before the Tasfair. And I just wanted to go across one more thing for you. Now, this is not from the Tasfair. This is a company I've been working with recently in the last few weeks. And they are called Hangar 90. Now, I've got one of their tags here today. There's more tags coming shortly. And basically, these are their tags. They are fabric tags. I've just seen that. I'm going to reply to that in a second. So we're going to... These are tags that you can purchase from Hangar 90 at the moment. These are the only ones they've got available at the moment. There's, I think, 2 or 3 more coming soon. So this one's a London Heathrow one, as you can see there. The quality's really, really good. Really, really good. I don't want to sound like QVC. But I've got this through the posts. I picked it up today. It got delivered to my mum and dad's. I picked it up today. I had a look at it for the first time, and I'll have it with me at the Tasfair so people can see it. And yes, Liz, I'm not doing the QVC thing. No QVC. So if you want to purchase one of them tags, just use the promo code Living It Large 10. They're not expensive. He had a 50% sale on recently. They were like £3, and you could have used my promo code to get more. I got another 10% off it. But full price, they're only about a £5 anyway. So, and again, use my promo code, get 10% off it. So that's it. I'm not doing any more QVC because I could feel it. I felt it from Simon then, all the way from Manchester, QVC coming, and I knew it was coming. So I'll have the tag with me, and I'll get them to give me some cards or something I can show there. What's QVC? Right, let's get past this comment Mark said. Do you need a mascot walking around with all the merch on me at the same time? Well, you can do that if you want, Mark, or you can have a nice, like a big Matt coat going, you know, do you want to buy some merch? Do you want to buy some merch? Do you know what I mean? Just want to buy some merch. But you may get arrested for that. You know, you could actually, here's one for you. This, I don't know if I should say this on the live, really. You could run over to certain individuals with the Mac on, with my merch, and go flash them. But yeah, so I do need a new bag tag for my new bag, in fairness. Oh, fair enough. I said I'll have it on me. At the fair. Anyway, I'll get in touch with them. I'll film that. It'll go viral. I may just do it. I might just do it. Balls to it. You know what I mean? I nearly swore then. I know you can't YouTube with the policies and everything. But yeah, I think that's it from me. But have you lot got any questions you want to actually ask me before we wrap it up for tonight? I never wanted to go to a Taz fair so much. Hey, if that I tell you what, if that gets me virals, do you sell? No, I'm not doing socks. Bugger off. I'm not doing socks. I might do a woolly hat though. I might do a woolly hat. It's in the pipeline. Might do a woolly hat. But just yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to Taz fair. I'm nervous. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm nervous because I've never done something like that before. It's pushing my boundaries of comfortableness. But yeah, do you sell exclusive Boeing 747 tags in IKEA frames? By any chance, I'm asking for a friend. If you want to purchase one of my tags and put it in an IKEA frame, you're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to. I think I have a tag in an IKEA frame, but I'm not going to show you it on stream because it's behind me and it means moving around. But yeah, if you want to purchase one of my A380 tags and put it in a nice IKEA frame, or you want to be a bit more upmarket and go the range and get one from the range, you can do, like I did. What? I'm getting a look here. What? What? The look says everything. I'm getting in trouble here. I think I'm going to get in trouble here, guys. Quick question. How do some streamers get from 100k to subscribers to 340k in what seems like a month? Do you know what? Well, I don't know. There's no comment on that. Do you know what? The best people to ask would be other individuals. I don't know. I don't know. I know, you know, if you're fully committed to it and you work your ass off and do it properly, then you will get the subscribers. I've known of people to buy subscribers, or as they say, they get people to fudge it, should they say, but I don't know, there's, exactly this, subscribers don't pay the bills. But, I've seen it go on with other YouTube's generic stuff, and, you see all these adverts out there. I get them all the time. I can buy, you pay me so much, I'll get you subscribers and all this. And it's like, bugger off. Bugger off. Make an Only Planes account. Hey, that's not a bad shout, actually. That'll get some money in. But, yeah, and it is. I'm not saying that people out there do that, but you get the generic adverts that do say that people go out there and they get these dodgy people to do the YouTube for them, and it doesn't work, and obviously you get found out and they get the shut down. But that's a whole minefield I don't want to get into, type of thing. But yeah, and it is, and as I say, me and Neil spoke about this, getting the subscribers, how you get the numbers up, and there's a specific way of going around it. As in from a vlogger's point of view, not like live streamers, from like a vlogger's point of view. So, there's people out there that they apply certain tactics in what they do, and to clickbait basically as well, and that brings in the people. Obviously, whenever you do vlogging, thumbnails are absolutely key. The more you can make your thumbnail pop, the better it is. This is only from talking to people that I've known and worked with. Like Neil, Liz and Simon, a few other people that me through from other friends have said, you've got these thumbnails have got, that's the first thing that when you want your vlog to stand out, to like, out of anyone else's. You want people to come along, even people that don't know you, go, oh, I'll have a look at that. And that's what draws in people. But yeah, as Liz said, the subscribers doesn't pay the bills. It's the watch hours. The watch hours are what pay the bills. They're what brings the money in. So they say, I think, you could have 100,000 subscribers, but you might be drawing in very little watch hours, and you won't gain, it won't make a lot of money from that. But if you could have 50,000 subscribers, clickbait or worst flight ever, but it's not where I want to take. Exactly, Neil. And we had this discussion in length on Saturday last week about, you know, what direction, you know, like myself, which direction to take my channel, as some people go that way and some people don't go that way. And ideally, I don't want to change my ethos of how I do things, as in the way of I'm being open and honest. I don't want to sit there. Exactly, Liz. And it does, and good content does shine through. You know what I mean? I'm learning all the time with mine in the way of editing. Don't forget, I've only been at this just over 12 months. I'm still learning, and guaranteed people have been doing it 10 years and still learning. But for me, editing is the big thing for me, and that's what I'm trying to get on top of at the moment. And I know some of the vlogs are rubbish in the wake of the way I edit them. Now, if I go back to my very first vlog, the A380 one, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. A little bit of a thing there. But no, seriously though, no joking aside, from that one that I edited to, say, the way I edited the last couple, it's a massive improvement for me personally, but it's still learning, and I'm still learning all the time on how to edit. And, you know, there's great people out there, you know, Simon's, you know, great advice, Liz, great advice, Neil, great advice again. And then there's other people that I know, you know, some of my other mates that, you know, they've given me great advice and on certain directions to go and what to do and in way of filming stuff. Yeah, no worries, Clive. No worries, Clive. Great to have you on board, mate. Great to have you on board, and nice to see you pop in, mate. Pleasure having you. Have a great weekend, mate. But yeah, and it's. I want to keep true to myself, you know. Yeah, I know it comes across boring all the time, that some of the flights come across boring because I have a smooth flight. Nothing goes wrong. Cabin crew are brilliant. Flight was smooth. No delays. Blah, blah, blah. But then, obviously, I do have the odd trips, like the Scoot flight, for instance, that I have an absolute howler. And yet, the absolute howlers make for great viewing. They really do. But in regards to my viewing figures, believe it or not, that Scoot video is not my best video. I think it's my second best video. It's on the view hours. The Scoot one, I think, is either second or best third video. My actual best video is my Belfast back to Manchester. And that was a complete, well, it had a delay going out from Belfast, but it was EasyJet again. Yeah, EasyJet. Sorry, Simon, but EasyJet. Going back out to Manchester. And it wasn't a drama flight like the Scoot one. But I thought the deck vids would be... Yeah, I did. And I did. But myself, Mark, mighty orange to you. Oh, it's PeasyJet, isn't it, as well? But yeah, and it's... That video was nothing special, as in the way it was filmed. There was nothing different to what I was doing. There wasn't really anything different to the way it was edited, but I don't understand, and I'm still trying to get my head around it today, how that one has done as my best video of like 1.2, 1.3k views, compared to like the Scoot one that's not even at a K. So it's like trying to understand that, and what did I do there that I didn't do there? But yet, you all love to see me suffer. Well, Simon loves to see me suffer. And it's generic of the public in general. They like to see you suffer. This is what me and Neil were talking about. But then, as you say, you get a bog standard flight like that, and it doesn't really... It doesn't make any sense to why that's doing better than that video. Do you know? And I'm still baffled by it today. But then I could edit one So like my last one, my Europa one, I edited that and I thought, do you know what? That's probably one of the best ones I've edited in a while. And it hasn't gone down that well. And my last couple have really struggled, and I can't get my head around why they've struggled. And do you know what? I've wrapped my brains to why they struggled, and I don't know. The only thing I can think of is potentially the sound quality. Now, I've had this conversation with Simon last night about the microphone. I need to get myself a better microphone, even though I'm holding it up to here. Still, when I've listened back to some of the footage, you can barely hear my voice. So that's something that I'm going to have to look to invest into. But, so the comments have the mighty orange. Yeah, all hell the mighty orange. See, do you know what? I'll be honest with you about EasyJet. I really wanted to have a great experience with EasyJet because I actually like them, believe it or not. I do like them. But every time I've pretty much travelled with them, I've had a nightmare issue with them. They were the reason I missed. They were the reason we missed. That's not easy for. They were the reason I missed the Scoot flight because we had to mess about last minute. They've had me delayed a few times. You'll have to book another flight to make sure. Are you talking about book another flight on Scoot, Liz? Because if I believe it or not, they actually stopped doing that route after we went to get that flight. Because I looked into it, if that's what you're on about. But they cancelled the flight on us to Berlin at last minute. No EasyJet, just to make sure they are. But to be fair, Liz, I've had 1, 2, 3. I've had 4 or 5 flights on EasyJet. And the first one, my first experience was really bad because it was the cancelling of the Berlin flight. They were then delayed an hour in Belfast, but yeah, all right, they were delayed an hour. I sort of hold a bit of a peeve about that because I missed the Etihad F1 livery because of it. We then had the next lot of flights, then the Amsterdam flight. Now, when I talk about the Amsterdam one, because it nearly cost me the Air Europa flight, that one. So I partly blame EasyJet for that. I don't fully blame EasyJet for that one. I partly blame EasyJet for that one. Because it wasn't their fault we had a 2 to 2.5 hour delay on the tarmac. That wasn't their fault. For me, the issue I had with them on that flight was they boarded us and everything. They were telling us the flight was on time, blah, 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 get us all on board, got us all on board. We're all sat on the aircraft. Just as we're pushing back, the captain comes over the tannoy. Oh, just to let you know, we're now going to go and sit on the tarmac for 2.5 hours, 2 to 2.5 hours. Now, for me, they already knew that. They probably already knew that before we boarded. Why not tell us? Why not just tell us? I'd have been fine if they'd have just told us, but to just announce it when we're already on the plane type of thing, I don't know. I partly blame EasyJet for that one. We had a delay in the Isle of Man with them, and that's it. That's been my EasyJet life at the moment. It just seems to be either delays, cancellations, or you get the odd on-time flight. I imagine to prevent people from once. Yeah, they probably did, Liz, and yeah, I get it. I understand that's probably why they did it. But for me, that just tell people at the gate. Be honest with them, because it caused a massive kickoff on the plane. Everyone was kicking off on the plane because they were stuck on the tarmac for 2 hours. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Yeah, they make for great content for someone like me. Yeah, it does. But then when I put it on the flip side of Ryanair, I can't fault Ryanair. I really can't. They've pulled me out the crap when it comes to the Scoot flight, because they got us our connection to Athens. They've always left on time. I think we did have a delay coming back from Dublin, but I think they swapped the aircraft, so we didn't have a delay. Neil sort of confirmed that for me. But I can't fault, and obviously the last flight was a flight from hell, but that wasn't Ryanair's fault, that was just passengers. But I can't fault Ryanair, I really can't. Yeah, Ryanair's a landing experience, it really is. Now, to be fair, you can't always blame the pilots for them hard landings, because the last flight we come back on from Dublin, Manchester was slightly fog bound, and it was a full autopilot landing with Ryanair, and that plane hit the deck hard, and that was a full autopilot landing. So you can't always blame the Ryanair pilots. I will defend the pilots on that one. You can't always blame them on that one, because it was a full autopilot landing, because they come over and told us. So, but yeah, and for me, yeah, that's my EasyJet experience. I want it to be better, but as in the way of EasyJet flights now, I'm pretty much tapped out anyway, so I probably won't be doing any more EasyJet flights, for the fact of that you can only review an airline so many times when it comes to vlogging before it's not worth, it's content not worth publishing. Same with Ryanair. I pretty much can't do them anymore now. I'm tapped out for Ryanair, so this is why we're starting to move more into Europe now and try and get some more different airlines. I know I need to travel on British Airways more. Don't get me wrong, I love flying out of Heathrow. I absolutely love flying out of Heathrow. I've only been out of it, I think it's 2-3 times, and I absolutely enjoyed it. It was a great experience. They weren't grumpy like Manchester. Especially the security. The security definitely weren't grumpy like Manchester security. But yeah, I say, Mark, I am looking at other trips. I am looking at other airlines. You know, I did mention one on the stream to Liz and Simon, and Simon was calling me the Del Boy of the travel agent world. When you're doing Jet 2, I want you to get copyrighted for Jet I'll tell you what, just for you, Simon, what I'll do is I'll travel on Jet 2 and I'll do a picture of the plane, and I'll Photoshop Jess Glynn on the tail just for you. Just for you. And yeah, I'll do a Jess Glynn intro. I'll tell you what I'll even do. I'll wear a ginger wig on the plane and do a song, and do a Jess Glynn song for you. And Vicky's looking at me like I've lost the will, I've lost the plot. Yeah. So I think that vlog might get taken down for copyright if I did that, like, but what the hell, you know what I mean? It's a bit of fun. I might just do it as a short or something, just for a laugh. Do it as like a bit of B-roll footage and just drop it in as a short. But yeah, and Jet 2 is on the list. Singapore Airlines is on the list for this year. BA is on the list. There is some more Europa in the list this year. Potentially a Wizz as well. Wizz probably another Liverpool one there. And I think Keith's going to be loving this. And I think we are trying this year. If the funds are available this year, we have spoke about it in brief, me and Vicky, and we are potentially looking at maybe either another A380 flight or a Qatar flight, possibly a 777. That's hopefully if we can get the funding together for that one. Because at the end of the day, it all comes out of funding. And, you know, these vlogs at the moment are all coming out of my back pocket as such. You know, I'm working 40 hours a week and then doing this. But, you know, I'm not putting the begging bowl out asking for people to donate money and this, that, and the other. You know, I'm doing it. I'm doing it the way I want to do it, and I'm happy in the way I'm doing it at the moment. Even though Vicky sometimes hates me and calls me all the names under the sun because I go to nice sunny places while she's in work. Am I right? Yeah, especially like when I went to Lanzarote and come back with a tan. So, but yeah, with the hell an hour. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? So yeah, so I just want to. I'm going to start wrapping it up now because I'm going to go and sit down, have a gin and everything now. I need it after this week. So to briefly run over, these lives are going to start again beginning of March every Friday, 7 p.m. We've got the TAS Fair coming up, the 25th, 26th. Come down, say hello, you know, have a look what we've got on offer. No one is under any obligation to buy anything if they don't want to buy anything. You know, if you want to buy it, fine, brilliant, thank you very much. You know, if you just want to come down, have a chat, come down, have a chat. I'll quite happily chat with you. It's not a problem. You know, Simon, come down, I owe you a cuddle. What was the other one? Yeah. So the third part's the last vlog is going to be out this month. And then from March onwards, the next 4 trips are going to be out. And just keep an eye on the socials, guys. I will update as soon as I can when the next trip is going to be booked and what we're up to next. There is some extra special vlogs coming this year as well. I will talk about them on... That is legally binding. It is legally blind. I'll give you a cuddle as soon as I see you. Yeah, so, you know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you guys at the TAS Fair, you know, getting to know you all a bit better, to say. It is going to be nice to see and put some faces to names. And, you know I don't get many viewers on these lives, and, you know, it is what it is, but I appreciate everyone that's joined tonight. And I appreciate Liz and Simon taking time out of their busy schedule, and all of yous, and Neil and everyone else who takes time out of their busy schedules to come and say hello, have a chat, have a bit of a laugh. You know, it means the world to me. And please, if you do like these lives, please drop a like, drop a subscribe, and, you know, let's see if we can get this channel monetized this year. This is the big push this year, to try and get it monetized. You know, that's the aim this year. You know, what subscribers we get this year, it's more about getting monetized this year, because we've hit the first target. We've hit the 1k, so we're now at obviously 2.1, near enough. But yeah, so that's it from me, and I'm starting to waffle a little bit because I'm getting tired now. So on that note, I am going to say good night to you all. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend. If you are at Southside tomorrow between 9 and half 2, I will be there. Come say hi. You know, come and have a chat. I'm there. I'm filming. I'm only filming for shorts tomorrow, so, you know, I've always got time to have a chat with someone, and, you know, have a good laugh with people. So on that note, thank you very much for joining. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Had a great laugh. Neil, you're going to have fun in Benidorm, mate. Trust me. You have a great time. And I will see you the Friday before the TAS Fair with some exclusive stuff. So catch us all next time. Take it easy, guys. Thank you very much, and have a great evening. Bye-bye now.